The concept of the tiny concert hall began in a simple 8-foot by 20-foot trailer, designed to be economical and cost-efficient, save space, and be practical for the typical musician. The tiny concert hall is such a wonderful concept that I began to think about different variations on the concept, particularly for musicians with a slightly larger budget. This led me to consider the possibility of using a modular building for a concert hall. A modular building is a concept in which 2 or 3 trailers are put together on a permanent foundation and used for some purpose, such as a school or a home. Modular buildings are fairly low cost compared to stick-built homes or stick-built buildings. By stick-built, I'm referring to the common technique in the United States where 2x4 pieces of lumber are put together to create the walls. A modular building, on the other hand, uses a trailer frame made out of steel and usually steel walls, sometimes wood walls, to achieve a lower cost. As I sought to design a modular tiny concert hall, I found that it would be possible to add certain amenities to make it more comfortable and practical as a concert hall. Here's what I found. I began with an 8-foot by 28-foot trailer base. In this drawing, the scale is 1/2 inch equals 2 feet. Here's a 1/2 inch block. That represents 2 feet. This trailer is 8 feet by 28 feet long. Here are 2 trailers placed side by side. These trailers will be placed on top of a permanent foundation in a modular building structure. Notice that on the ends, the trailers are pieced together. For this reason, I'll need to add the door to the side. Here's the double door. It's not centered because that would span the 2 trailers. Instead, I have put the double door on the end of one trailer. And I've placed an emergency exit here to be a mirror reflection of the main entrance. This is more suitable for construction of the modular trailers, which will contribute to this tiny concert hall. I've also added emergency exits on the sides of each trailer. These are on the end near the stage. The tiny concert hall continues to pose a bit of a challenge because it's not convenient to place double doors across the 2 trailers at any point in the structure. They could perhaps be added later after the 2 trailers have been put in place, but for convenience, I decided to put the double doors offset so there's minimal construction necessary on site. This slightly asymmetrical design allows for a main foyer entrance and then double doors into a small cubicle which opens into the larger concert hall. The second doors on the cubicle prevent noise from the main foyer from reaching the audience. This is a convenience. It's not necessary. It simply respects the musicians. This design also allows for a small bathroom, 4 foot by 6 foot, on the other side of the foyer. It's large enough for a toilet and sink, and it might even meet requirements for handicap bathroom access in the United States. Now, as I looked at this tiny concert hall, I realized that it might require additional emergency exits. Emergency exits are required by local building codes, which vary according to jurisdiction. Anyone attempting to build a tiny concert hall must check with their local regulations prior to construction. Here, these emergency exits are located near the back of the area which will contain the audience. The audience in this model can consist of up to 40. There are chairs aligned approximately 5 deep in rows on either side of the tiny concert hall. These rows are spaced with 3 feet for the chair and leg room. There are 4 rows of chairs. This leaves enough space for a small chamber orchestra. There are several different configurations which can be used. Here, I've shown a conductor's podium and approximately 18 musicians can fit in the rest of the space. The space could also be taken up by a number of musicians plus a grand piano. Here, there are 15 musicians plus the pianist, so that's 16 musicians plus conductor. In an alternate arrangement, some percussion could take the place of some of the musicians, leaving room for approximately 9 musicians, a percussionist, a pianist, and a conductor in this example. This is the inside of the tiny concert hall. Notice the vaulted ceiling. This arrangement is possible with steel trusses which can be fashioned in various standard models. This drawing approximates one of the standard models, which allow for a vaulted ceiling. Here's the side view of the building, including the emergency exits. This view shows the ends of each trailer. Notice that the first trailer contains the main entrance, and the second trailer contains the emergency exit. These look identical and provide a mirror image. The back view of the tiny concert hall consists of the opposite end of each module. These are shown in this diagram. The finished view of the side demonstrates the lovely exterior, including siding, quality wood doors, and a bright red tin roof. The ends, which will contribute to the front of the tiny concert hall, feature quality wood doors adorned with semicircular windows on top and quality siding. Here, the two modules have been joined, as the tiny concert hall will appear on site once it is put on top of a permanent foundation. The back view shows the other end of the two trailers. This shows the two trailers or modules after they have been combined. This tiny concert hall has the estimated capacity of 40 audience members and up to 18 musicians. This has been sponsored by Big Print Music and the Big Print Conducting Method.